really need to understand them. Okay. To anyone who's going to see this video, I wanted to say something and just got back from church. Don't worry, I had a whole jacket on throughout. Um, and I really just want to say, don't ever allow people to pour their insecurities onto you. And if you're someone who's in the habit of doing that, remember that you are beautifully and wonderfully made in God's image. Si il y a quelqu'un qui n'aime pas son visage, son cœur, ses doigts, ses ongles, qui n'aime pas son nez, qui n'aime pas comment Dieu l'a créé, et cette personne continue à, à parler, à dire de mauvaises choses sur ton cœur, toi qui ne t'inquiète jamais de son cœur. If someone is always trying to project onto you, you need to pick your battles. For example, there are people that are passers-by that they would say that kind of thing to you, like people in the comment section. Don't let that bother you. Just let it go. And if there are people who are close to you that are constantly projecting their insecurities onto you, I am hoping that you tell them right on time. Why? Because there is comfort and joy in letting people do things. And guess what's going to happen if you speak up late and tell someone that, oh, I don't like the way you do this. Why do you always do this? Do I look like I need your advice on my body? Have I ever come to you for advice on my body? You know, when someone is always doing something to you, because a lot of people like to have that kind of sense of control, not control, sense of control over someone else. And when they have that sense of control, it feeds them. They live off it, like it makes them happy. And then they're living their best life because they're able to project their insecurities onto you, make you feel bad. It doesn't work on me, but try to make you feel bad so that they can feel good about themselves. And when they're doing that, they're happy because they're getting some sort of joy from doing it. So when you eventually tell them, I don't like this thing that you're doing, we eventually tell someone that these are my boundaries, don't speak against my body is off limits, don't try to pour your insecurities onto me. When you eventually speak up, it looks like you are now the antagonist. Why is that so? Because now you're taking something away from them that they have enjoyed for a long time and they have become entitled to and they have felt comfortable doing. That is why, whether it's your friend, your colleague, someone you think you're about to date, if you know that there's some sort of long-term connection between you and this person, or an envisaged long-term connection, tu penses que peut-être je vais travailler avec cette personne pour une semaine, peut-être je vais vivre avec cette personne pour 2 mois, peut-être je vais être dans la même salle de classe avec cette personne, peut-être je vais sortir avec cette personne. If you think maybe I'm going to be with this person, peut-être c'est mon ami, even if it's just my friend, peut-être c'est quelqu'un dans un groupe de travail à l'école, if it's someone in your schoolwork group, you know that there's some sort of long term that could, you know, that you could be connected to this person for that long. Try to tell them on time when they have crossed your boundaries, because if you don't tell people on time that they have crossed your boundaries, the day you eventually tell them, you become the bad guy, and that's why they throw a tantrum. They're not throwing a tantrum because how dare you speak to me? Because even if you say it nicely, they're going to get upset. So they're not they're not getting upset because how dare you speak to me? How dare you say it that way? How dare you say what you just said? They're upset because you've taken something beautiful from them. And what is that beautiful thing you've taken from them? The ability to feel good about themselves by making you feel bad. This is just the danger of waiting for that long. And another thing is sometimes you're not even thinking about it. They did it the first time. You just let it go like, this person probably people act according to their level of maturity. Okay? And you being a mature person, you know that this person is acting quite immature. And then the person comes to you and is like, hey, so how's it going? Um, I bet nobody runs in your family because you're also round, because you're also fat. If people say that kind of thing to you, you know, they say it to you the first time, you realize this person is a D head. This person is not a normal person. This person is just acting immature. You could just let it go, you know. But when they do it a second time, you need to reinforce your boundaries like, don't do that. Don't do that anymore. And now you know that you've told them and tell them on time. That's what I'm saying. First time, maybe you let it go. Second time, try to tell them. Because sometimes when they get used to it, and I'm saying this because I just had a situation where I was always being body shamed by coucou, coucou Michael. So, j'essaie de mélanger le français et l'anglais quand je parle. Je suis en train de parler de personnes qui disent des mauvaises choses par rapport au corps d'autres personnes euh, parce qu'ils ont des insécurités par rapport à leur corps et à cause de ça, au lieu d'apprécier les autres personnes qui ne sont pas, um, quel est le mot, qui ne se sentent pas, um, comment dirais-je, tu sais, le français, quand je viens en ligne et je parle en français, c'est juste ma façon d'essayer de practiquer mon français. Okay, so when they say this kind of things to people who don't have insecurities, they um they feel very comfortable and happy with themselves. It makes them happy. What I'm trying to say is that coucou, merci. What I'm trying to say is that il faut leur dire à l'heure. Il faut leur dire dès le début. Il faut leur dire au commencement. Si quelqu'un commence déjà à faire quelque chose que tu n'aimes pas, même si c'est ou à propos de quelque chose d'autre, quelqu'un fait quelque chose que tu n'aimes pas, toi, tu es quelqu'un qui est mentalement élevé, intellectuellement élevé dans ta tête, tu as bien développé ta personnalité et quelqu'un fait quelque chose que tu n'aimes pas, dit quelque chose que tu n'aimes pas, tu as, avec ton élégance, même si tu es un homme, tu dis à la personne, ce que tu viens de faire, je n'aime pas, ne le fais plus. En plus, même si tu ne... Ça dépend en fait. Actually, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes if you say it nicely, they think you're not serious. So sometimes the way you tell people stop doing this to me can actually matter. Because if you tell some people something nicely, they think you're still joking, you know. But when you tell the person, your eyes are wide open and you just like, what you just said, don't you ever say that again. You know, it's different from when you say, what you just said, don't you ever say that again. And it's different from when you say, what you just said, don't you ever say that again. They're going to just think you're joking. They're going to think, oh, she's crying. You want to cry, cry, baby. So that's why sometimes when you're standing up to someone who is always trying to devalue you, trying to make you look bad, trying to make you feel bad about yourself. For me, I'm using the word trying to because it doesn't work because I pride myself in being one of the happiest people on earth. I am extremely grateful to God for the the life trail he has given me, the life journey he has given me for everything that I am. Every time I live, like when I just take walks, I'm just like, God, I'm so grateful. God, I love you. Thank you for my portion. Thank you for my life. Thank you for everything you've given me. When things are going badly, things are going great, I'm always like, God, I'm so grateful. God, thank you so much. Even if something bad just happened, I'm like, God, thank you for choosing this for me. I know it could have been worse. I'm so grateful. So it's so difficult to bring down someone with such a happy heart. C'est très difficile oh, I need to put my French together before I say it. C'est très difficile de marcher sur les personnes qui sont très, très, très contentes. Quelqu'un qui aime sa vie, quelqu'un qui apprécie bien sa vie, quelqu'un comme moi, c'est très difficile de me faire sentir mal, de me faire sentir comme si je n'ai pas mon cœur. C'est très difficile. When I was growing up, quand je grandissais déjà, il y avait des personnes qui disaient beaucoup de choses. Ah, you're so skinny. Ah, you're so this. Oh, you're so that. You're so da 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 da. When they say that, I'm just like, well, it's life. It's your mom. And I actually even used to make jokes with it. Like before some people even say anything, sometimes I would just say it. Growing up, that was my experience. And then social media came, and I noticed that bigger sized people were the ones campaigning about anti-body shaming. And I realized that that's a different universe because when I was growing up and the country where I grew up in, body shaming was for the two parts. We didn't miss our own share of body shaming. We were body shamed for being skinny. You get extremely body shamed for being skinny. And guess who body shames you for being skinny? Bigger people, plus size people. They're the ones who body shame the skinny people for being skinny. In the place where I worked, there were always these girls. The first place I didn't have a problem. The second place, these girls, they were so round, and then they would always make jokes. I would just be coming in with my bag, like I'm just coming in with my bag, and they're already saying things, that kind of thing. We go for lunch, I'm eating, they're teasing, all those kind of things. It didn't bother me because I laughed with them, I made jokes, I did all of that. And the funny thing is, I never told them. Why didn't I tell them? Because I just thought this person is immature. I'm just going to let it go. These people are going through something and they think that attacking me is going to make them feel better, so I let it go. And one thing I've noticed about most people who are always trying to body shame skinny people, most big people who are trying to always body shame skinny people, they're always secretly in some kind of regime, some kind of, what do they call it? Sorry, regimen. Sorry, some kind of regimen, not regime, some kind of diet plan, some kind of workout plan that they're frustrated about. So either they're frustrated about or it's working quietly, but something about them is not giving them joy. And I'm not saying all plus size people do this, but any plus size person that is feeling some sort of frustration with their effort and is not a good person, because somebody can have frustration with their effort and still be a good person. But if it's not a good person, you will see that they carry out that frustration on someone who they should be appreciating, like, oh my God, I'm working on this plan. I hope that someday I can get my body goal. I love the way you look. Instead of them to ever say that, they never will. And what makes them happier? Well, coucou Zizou, coucou Petit Crip, coucou Michael les deux. What makes them happy is to make someone feel bad. So this live video is just to let you know that, come on, someone's trying to make you feel bad, let them know on time that you don't like what they're doing. Okay, especially if you foresee that you might be working with this person for a long time, you might be friends with this person, you might be dating this person. Let them know on time that, look, I don't like what you're doing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Yeah, take care of yourself. Oh yeah, I drink this water because it has less calcium. 4 point something, 4.7 milligrams per liter is the water. But I think I'm just covering the brand because I think I already showed it. It's not like I'm announcing or advertising it. I just don't want too much calcium for me personally, nor too much magnesium because I already take them in supplements. So yeah, just my life. That reminds me, I need to take now. Oh, thank you, Lay Love. Is that your name, Love? Thank you. Thank you so much. I think I'm done talking for today. You can watch this later. I was talking about um, boundaries and the rest of that, and what happens when you don't let people know your boundaries on time. That's basically it. So I'm gonna turn on my heat, and now you hear some white noise. And I was also watching Abbott Elementary, so you might hear some noise.
Mindset of a poor man. And the only way to do that is to go to the poorest man I know. Say I could get you a $15,000 raise. Say the equivalent of a district IT worker. What would you do with it?
I had to pay off my student loans.
Student what?
Or buy a nicer car.
No.
Bye.
What would you do for Janine?
Hi. Bye.
Buy her a nicer car?
This is what I came for.
Yeah, I'd probably try to find a reliable, pre-owned hybrid.
Oh, in the next video, I'm gonna be making my hair just in case. I'm just gonna be doing my cornrow inside. Bye.